Hi y'all, how y'all been? I know it's been a minute since I've been on YouTube, but I really wanted to make a nice long video for something, and there is a new moon in Scorpio today, so I thought what a better time to go over some of the aspects that are happening in the sky along with the new moon in Scorpio, talk about it, vibe with it, pull some cards, do some readings for y'all, so let's jump right into it. For those of you that are new here, welcome. I'm Sarah. This is Cancer Capricorn Guidance. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. Thank you so much for continuing to tune in, continuing to support me. It means so much to me. If you haven't yet, feel free to subscribe, like this video, leave a comment, ask a question. I love answering comments, whatever you have to say, whatever you need to ask. I am an astrologer. I read tarot. I don't take myself too seriously. I just really like this stuff. I really like studying it, and I really like sharing the information. And there's a lot of cool stuff happening recently, especially with this new moon today in Scorpio. There's a lot of other aspects that are going on, and I wanted to go over some of them and then pull some cards for each of the signs just to play on some energies and see what you have to look forward to, what kind of energies you can be leaning into or working with. Yeah, let's just jump right into it. So I live on the east coast of the US, so the new moon is going to be peaking at 12 degrees in Scorpio at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. New moons are, if you don't know, they are about when the sun and the moon meet up in the same exact point of the sky, and the moon is dark. You can't really see it because the shadow of the sun is right over it. So you know, spiritually, the new moon represents a time to plant new seeds, set new goals, set new intentions for ourselves. It's an opportunity to kind of start new cycles, cleanse ourselves out to be able to start new cycles, and plan for new things that we want to do moving forward, new intentions like, you know, I want to start to implement this into my life, or, you know, I want to get rid of this bad habit, or, you know, I don't want to feel this type of way anymore, so I'm going to work through this. There's just like a lot of things that come with new moons that are a lot of opportunities to just start anew, to start something new, to cleanse something and start over. So specifically on November 4th at about 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the new moon is going to be peaking in Scorpio at 12 degrees. So it'd be cool to check where 12 degrees Scorpio is in your chart. That will tell you what kind of energies are going to be playing into this for you. You know, for example, I'm a 29 degrees Libra rising, so 12 degrees Scorpio is in my first house, and that's right around, actually, I think I checked today, it's pretty much exactly conjunct where my natal Chiron is, which is intense. I'll deal with it, but whatever 12 degrees Scorpio is for you is going to be exactly conjunct this new moon, so it could say a lot about things that you could get a new start in, things you have an opportunity to set new emotional intentions in, to set new emotional habits, emotional cycles. Just an opportunity to kind of start a new cycle in your life. And I really like that energy, and I like this Scorpio energy a lot too, because it says a lot about death, rebirth, transformation. It's a cleansing. It's an opportunity to really start a big new cycle, like almost like karmic cycle, I feel, because when I think of Scorpio, a lot of the associations with Scorpio are, it is really about that depth, that emotional depth. I think of the death card, like death and transformation. There's a lot of opportunity for really starting fresh, starting anew, like a new soul journey, a new soul cycle. So I really like this 12 degrees Scorpio. Check where it is in your chart, where it is in your houses, any planets that may fall there, or check where 12 degrees is in other parts of your chart, if they're making any squares to Scorpio, if they're making any aspects to this 12 degrees Scorpio new moon. Wherever 12 degrees is in your chart could make some interesting aspects, and that could indicate a lot of things that are happening too, a lot of different energies. If you're confused about any of that, if that makes no sense to you, hit me up. I can do a birth chart reading for you. I can help you make sense of a lot of that. I can help you see where certain energies are in your chart natally, and then when certain transits are happening, how they affect your chart. If you would like to know more about that, just leave me a DM on my Instagram, my Twitter, send me an email. All that's in my description box. But anyway, so the Scorpio new moon for the collective, really, a lot of it is about that cleansing energy. It's an opportunity to kind of start down a new path emotionally, spiritually, on a soul level. What is it that your soul is pulling you towards? What is it, something new that you want to start, a new path you want to go down in a very spiritual way? I just saw the Hermit card, the tarot card in my head. I feel like this is opportunities to go on new soul journeys or to wrap up certain soul journeys so you can kind of start new paths. I think collectively for a lot of people, this is going to be about being really vulnerable and honest with ourselves, not hiding or, you know, lying to ourselves anymore, not you know, pushing away or distracting ourselves with other things. It's really about being honest with ourselves, vulnerable with ourselves and with others about what it is we truly want and need. What does our soul need? You know, what do we need out of our relationships? What do we need out of the work that we do? What do we need out of life? What's going to bring us more fulfillment and enjoyment? I really like this energy because Scorpio is such a sign of depth. It's a sign of emotional depth. I feel like there's opportunities to really start new emotional habits. And kind of for a lot of us go after certain things that we really deeply desire, a lot of deep desires that we have. Maybe you have a passion or a dream or a goal that you really want to go after, or you have a deep desire to strengthen a certain kind of relationship that you're in or a bond that you have. There's opportunities to deepen those bonds. There's opportunities to really deepen and get going on that. Scorpio fixed energy is so set on, they have their mind set on it. You know, they're very stubborn. It's an opportunity to go after a lot of the deeper desires and goals that we have and make them a reality. Go down new paths. Go do things that scare us. In the face of that, doing it anyway because we have this deep passion and this deep desire to do it for the enjoyment and for the experience, just to say that we did it. It's also, I feel like, an opportunity to close out a lot of cycles and be able to cleanse that energy and start a new one. To me, interpretively, like, full moons are more about that cleansing, that things are coming to light and it's time to clear a lot of things out. But with new moons too, I feel this energy, especially with it being in Scorpio, I feel this energy of this need to close out certain things, close out certain emotional and soul cycles so that we can start a path on a new one, so we can plant new seeds to grow different kinds of things now, to set down on a new path. I feel like a lot of us have been faced with a lot of crossroads, especially with all those planets that were in retrograde for most of this year. Now that a lot of them are coming out of retrograde, which is really great energy, it's giving us a push forward. And I feel that like this Scorpio new moon is a good opportunity to be like, okay, what is it I want? What is going to push me forward? What is my soul calling me to do? What path is my soul calling me down? Which one should I take? A lot of us have been experiencing those crossroads, and I think we're going to receive more clarity about which ones we take. When we lean into our desires, we lean into what we are being called towards. Even when it's scary, even when there's a lot of unknowns, I think this is a good time to also lean into the mystery of the universe, into the mystery of the world, into the mysteriousness and the confusion and the unknown of all that we're doing and why we're here and what we're meant to do. I think this is a good opportunity to lean into the whatever, fuck it, let's just do it. Let's go towards what it is that makes me feel good, that makes me feel whole, that makes me feel fulfilled, that lets me feel like I can access all the deeper parts of myself. I can express those deeper parts of myself. Whatever that is that makes you feel that way, this is a time to lean into it more or incorporate it more into your daily life somehow. This is also a really good time to reflect on a lot of the transformations and the deep transitions we've been going through or that we have recently closed out. This is a good time to be like, hey, look, I've transformed a lot. I've gone through a lot. I've gone through a lot of cycles. You know, I've opened and closed up a lot of cycles. This is a good time to reflect on that and see how far we've come and be like, okay, what's next? What's the next cycle for me? What's the next lesson that I need to learn? How can I grow and learn even deeper? How can I learn about myself on an even deeper emotional level? How can I do that in my partnerships with my other people? Like, how can I know them on a deeper, more emotional level? I think this is time to get really deep with ourselves and others about what it is we want and need. Whatever this may pertain to for you regarding where Scorpio is in your houses or what planets you may have fall in Scorpio, this really is about what is your soul calling you to? What is it that you truly desire? What is it that you truly want to do? What path do you want to go down? Go towards that, lean into that. Now, some other energies that are going to be at play here, we do have some other planets and asteroids making interesting aspects. We do have Mercury in Libra at about 29 degrees and Venus in Sagittarius at about 28 degrees, so they are sextiling each other. This is a really positive aspect. I actually like this. This really speaks to me of like flirtiness. There's a lot of playfulness. There's a lot of expression and creativity. There's opportunity to really communicate in a very fun, lighthearted, flirtatious way, but there's also opportunity for very creative opportunities, creative collaboration with other people. There's like a chance to really get along with people and see eye to eye in a really fun, lighthearted way, and to actually set new goals together maybe. Set intentions for things that you want to do together or ways that you want to work together. This could be about, you know, work projects or a creative project or partnerships even. There's an opportunity to learn new things from each other and kind of learn things as you go along, whatever this is that you're doing or however it is that you're interacting in whatever environment. There's opportunities to learn from each other and grow together. With that said, I also think it's nice that Jupiter and Saturn have recently come out of retrograde and they're now moving forward again in the sign of Aquarius. This has given us a really nice boost of progress, a really nice push forward, kind of getting us unstuck a little bit. Those retrogrades were really rough on a lot of us on the collective level, but I really like these two planets being in Aquarius, making a nice trine to Libra Mercury, but kind of making a square to Scorpio New Moon, but there's this tension of we need to do this in order to grow, in order to progress ourselves in a stable way. That Saturn energy is hey, it might be tough, but you can call on people in your community. That Aquarius energy is very communal. It's call on people in your community, call on your neighbors. They can help you and you can help them. And it can be a really nice collaborative energy. Along with that Libra Sag energy, it can be a really nice collaboration, and you as a group or a duo, you can make progress together when you put your heads together and you see where your goals kind of overlap, not where they're separate. And there's an opportunity to share resources there with Saturn, but I really do think that there's an opportunity for growth if you're working with other people right now, with Jupiter being in Aquarius. The most interesting aspect to this new moon in Scorpio is the fact that it's directly opposite Uranus retrograde in Taurus. Uranus has been retrograding through Taurus for a lot of this year. It's made a lot of squares and oppositions to Scorpio, Aquarius, Leo. But this Uranus-Taurus in retrograde is directly opposite the moon, and I think this is going to be an interesting way that says hey, I'm still going to challenge you to step out of your comfort zone. A lot of these changes that have been happening, this Uranus retrograde has been challenging us in ways that's whatever you thought was the way that things are, no, I gotta change it again. Things are gonna constantly change. There's no use in trying to stay stuck in one place or really set on something or having a solid plan all the time and, finding a lot of security in that, because you never know, it could slip away from you. Things could change again. Things are gonna keep changing. So don't get too comfortable all the time, because you gotta stay on your toes. You gotta stay on your feet. And I feel like this Uranus retrograde in Taurus is reminding us that yes, we're going to be pushed into new levels of discomfort, but just because we're uncomfortable doesn't mean that, we're in danger. It could just mean that we're being challenged to reach new heights because we're stepping out of our comfort zone. We're being challenged. We're trying new things. We're trying new things that scare us. And I think that's really interesting, that energy of Uranus retrograde Taurus, what holds you back, or why do you hold yourself back from certain things that scare you, when really that Scorpio new moon, the sun in Scorpio, is what is it you truly desire and want to go after? Don't let anything stop you. This is a time to explore that, despite the fears, despite the restrictions you may feel, despite the confusion with all the changes and you never know what's going to come next. That's part of that whole mystery energy, leaning into the mysteries of the universe, and whatever happens, happens. We're doing it for the experience, and there's never been a path that we've gone down that we couldn't endure. So whatever it is we choose, whatever path we end up going down, that's part of the beauty of life. That's part of the mystery that unfolds in front of us. And I really like this energy, and it's very deep, it's very mystical, it's very spiritual. There's opportunity for really great spiritual understanding on this new moon and moving forward in whatever it is that we're trying to do or trying to accomplish, or whatever it is that we really just want to experience out of life. There's opportunities to do all that when we let go a little bit. We learn to lean into the confusion, the unknown, the discomfort, and to kind of go with the flow with our desires, flow with the universe. This is really beautiful energy, so let's jump into pulling some cards for each of the signs. Alright, so I'm going to try to keep it really simple and very short. I'm going to try. I love doing long readings, but I do want to do all 12 signs, so I'll keep it limited to just a few cards. So let's start with Scorpio. Y'all are really pulling on me lately. Let's start with Scorpio. I'm using the Casey Musgraves Tarot deck, by the way. It's wonderful. It's really beautiful. Messages for Scorpio on this Scorpio new moon. Messages for Scorpio. Messages for Scorpio. Messages for Scorpio. I'm getting that. Yeah, I'm getting that you've been going through a deep healing process, a deep letting go process, and it's caused a lot of really heavy emotions to come up for you, and ones that you may feel like are out of your control, or you're feeling very overwhelmed by a lot of the things that you're feeling. Maybe you're feeling you're at your wit's end with like your mental and emotional strength because you haven't been experiencing what you want, you haven't been getting what you want, or you're very, very confused about what it is you want. I swear there was one flipped over. There it is. Yeah, you feel like you're at a crossroads. You feel like there's a lot of decisions that you've been having to make, or you feel like you almost feel like I'm not getting what I want here, and I feel like I'm ready to give up, but I don't want that to make me feel or look weak. I don't want to feel or look weak, but it's like, it's not a weakness. You're in the healing process. That devil reverse is like you're letting go of a lot. There's a lot that you're releasing yourself from. There's a lot that's being released, and you're at a new crossroads of like, what's next? Go towards what it is you're passionate about. Go towards what it is that like lights your fire, that makes you feel good, that makes you feel inspired, makes you feel creative. It keeps you going. What keeps you going? You may be feeling like you're ready to give up on something else, or ready to give up on what this thing is. And it's been really tough because you're like, I'm not getting the results I want. I'm not fulfilled like I wanted to be. I'm not satisfied with where I'm at. And it feels like a weakness to be able to like throw in the towel and give up on this. But it's like, you're still in the healing process. You're still letting go of a lot. There's still decisions that need to be made, but it's like, make sure you choose what it is that makes you feel good. Make sure you choose what it is that inspires you and keeps you going and keeps you in a feeling of enjoyment. Like there's still something to enjoy in life. Something that really makes you feel good at the end of the day. And it doesn't have to be as tough as of a decision as you may be making it out to be. It may not be so much as, you know, giving up on something or leaving something behind, so much as it's just letting go, releasing a little bit so that you can make room for this new thing, or you can decide to, no, I'm going to keep going. I was thinking about giving up. I was getting towards the end of it, but you know what? I've healed what I needed to heal, and I'm ready to keep going with this. I'm ready to keep trying at it. And that's really admirable. That's really honorable. I love that for you, Scorpio. All right, let's just go in order. Let's go Sagittarius. Any messages for Sagittarius? For this new moon in Scorpio? Messages for Sagittarius? Messages for Sagittarius? Sagittarius, I feel like a lot of you are very uninspired right now. And it's because you're very, very focused on building up your wealth, or regaining stability, or creating security and stability for yourself. I feel like you are in a very like self-protective mode, whether it's your energy or your resources. You're just trying to hold it down right now, and whatever way you're doing that, it's not very fulfilling or inspiring to you. You're not really in it. It doesn't bring you a lot of enjoyment. But I feel that there's a lot of change coming. Yeah, the Five of Wands and the Hierophant reverse is telling me there's a lot of change coming, and I feel like it's about to be you going down a new path and doing something unconventional, going against the grain, kind of taking the knowledge that you have and doing something completely different with it, doing something that's not expected of you, doing something unconventional, maybe a little bit of rebel energy, like I need to go do this despite fuck what people think. There's a need to start something new. There's a need to let the changes, let the tension that's building inside of you kind of push you in a new direction to go do something that, you know, may be meaningful to you, but doesn't make sense to a lot of others. Maybe breaking a contract of some sort. There may be something with the law here where it's like you're defying expectations. There may be like a societal pressure or paternal pressure. Just like expectations that are put on you. You're kind of going against the grain. You're doing something different. You're ready to rebel and go in a different direction. And it's either starting a completely new cycle for you, or closing one out, or both. Yeah, and the Knight of Wands. That's your energy. You're ready to kind of go towards something new. Use this newfound passion. And the Fool too. Wow, wow, wow. A lot of fire, a lot of inspiration, a lot of motivation and energy. I really like that, Sagittarius. I feel like there's a lot of tension bubbling up, and it's because you've been sitting and stagnant for a long time. You've been very protective. You haven't been making a lot of moves because you're scared to kind of move from the place where you're at. you're scared to take that step forward and do something that goes against the grain because of maybe the tension that it might cause, maybe the arguments or the outbursts that it might cause. There's people that don't understand you. There's people that aren't gonna understand you, but that's okay. You're on your own path. You're creating your own world. You're creating your own reality. And you're closing up cycles of staying in your comfort zone. You're closing up cycles of doing things that others expect of you and staying in positions where you're not having fun, you're not feeling inspired. You're ready to go against the grain, do something unconventional, and start something new for yourself, start a new cycle, and you have all this passion, all this creativity, all this drive. Use it to your advantage. Let it drive you right now. I really love that energy, Sagittarius. Let's keep going. Capricorn. Capricorn. Messages for Capricorn during this new moon Scorpio. Knight of Wands. There it is again. Maybe you're feeling pretty passionate too right now, Capricorn. Oh, and you're feeling very emotional too, Capricorn. I feel like you have deep, deep feelings for somebody. Somebody really gets you going energetically and passionately, but you also feel like you're in a good place emotionally right now. You feel stable. You may not feel financially in the best position right now, but you know how you feel about something. You may be questioning what you're doing right now because it maybe isn't bringing in the money, or it isn't allowing you to create stability, I think is what I meant to say. You may not be feeling in the most financially stable place right now, but energetically and emotionally you feel really good about this connection or what it is that you're doing. Maybe you feel like you're at the beginning of a new journey and you're like, I'm not going to be rich from it right away. I got to put more time and energy into it, but I have the passion, I have the heart that's in it. Yeah, and I feel like you may need to, or you're thinking about taking some time off to rest and reflect a little bit, to reflect on what it is you're doing and whether this is something you really truly want to pursue, whether this is something you feel really connected to, whether this is worth your time, energy, effort, resources. I feel like you're putting in a lot of time into something and you're contemplating whether or not that's worth it. Ooh, or you're questioning whether or not you want to put time, energy, effort, resources into this thing, whether you want to plant your seed here. There's a lot of reflection, like deep reflection going on here. And I think there's a little bit of imposter syndrome. That's the first thing I got. I don't know why. It's almost like you feel like you can't manifest exactly what it is you want. You're questioning a lot. You planted your seeds and you're kind of looking at them like, is it going to grow? Is it going to sprout? Instead of, I'm the one who has the power to make it sprout. I'm the one who has the power to nurture it and turn it into what I want it to turn into. You know, it's not out of my hands. It's not out of my control. I feel like you're taking this moment to reflect on whether this is worth cultivating, but I think it takes a little bit more confidence and assurance that you have the tools that you need to make it grow into something really beautiful and something that is going to help you turn into something really stable and be able to provide for yourself with this. Maybe you're just not feeling very confident right now, or you feel this need to provide for somebody else and you're not confident about that. But I think if you take a little bit of time to reflect on how you really feel about this, if the passion is there, if the emotion is there, maybe just a little bit more investment, a little bit more development is the word I'm getting. It will turn into something a lot more stable, but make sure you're taking the time out to really reflect on if this is what you really want and if this is something that you can really do. I think it is. I think you just need to gather a little bit more creativity when it comes to finding the right tools and using them in the right ways. All right, I like that, Capricorn. Let's go to the next. Oh, I need water soon. All right, let's pull some cards for Aquarius. Any messages for Aquarius during this new moon in Scorpio? Messages for Aquarius. Ooh. Messages for Aquarius. Ooh, shit. All right. I'm just gonna wait. Get more energy, get more messages here. It came out sideways. I feel like it wanted to come out upside down. Yeah, I feel like I wanted to come out reverse. Aquarius. Any more messages for Aquarius? Any more messages for Aquarius? Can I get one more for Aquarius? Yeah, I feel like, interesting. Aquarius, I feel like you are experiencing or have experienced recently or going to be experiencing a Tower moment in regards to finding out some information you didn't want to find out, or something that's really going to hurt you, something that's really hurting your heart right now, something that may be weighing heavy on your heart right now. It could even be about the past. Some past stuff could be coming up for you. I feel like recently you've been experiencing a little bit of sorrow, like someone maybe broke your trust, someone broke your heart a little bit, and it kind of came as a shock to you. It came as something that came a lot more suddenly than you wanted it to, and it really rocked you. It rocked your stability, it rocked your comfort that you found at home, the way that you found peace around the people in your home. I feel like this has a lot to do with home and family energy or partnership even. I feel like there was a sudden moment of realization of truth about a situation, and I feel like you had a sudden moment of realization about the truth, and the truth hurts. I was getting that message, the truth hurts, and I just have this feeling of it's something that you knew though, something that you knew deep down, but when it finally came to light, when it finally came to surface, it still shocked you, it still shook you. But I feel like it almost relieved a lot of tension that had been sitting in the air for a while. I feel like there was a lot of Five of Swords, Five of Wands tension that was kind of hovering over this whole energy for a while, and this moment finally came, and it at least relieved the tension. It kind of resolved itself in a way that's like you knew this was coming, or you knew it had to happen. It was just a matter of when. And I feel like it kind of relieved a lot of the tense energy that was being experienced, and I feel like you're starting to fizzle out, it's starting to let it go. It's not as, I feel like maybe some nasty words were said, but at least they were said and they were out on the table. It's almost like the truth came to light, and yeah, the truth hurts, but like it needed to be said, but at least that tension is gone now. You know, what was boiling under the surface kind of came up. Same thing with this, like there was maybe some tense, heated energy that was boiling under the surface and it finally came up, or even I'm getting that there's a deeper conflict happening within you that kind of made this event happen. It kind of initiated this Tower moment. And it's stuff that needed to come up. It's stuff that needed to come to the surface. It's stuff that needed to be said, needed to be heard, needed to become known by you or others. It's really about stuff coming to the surface. And yeah, it rocked you, stability, but it's almost like it needed to happen in order for you to move forward. It needed to happen in order for you to kind of get your ships moving again and kind of sail on. I almost feel like it was just like I needed to say what I needed to say, even if it hurts some people, or this is something that happened to you, but you almost feel a sense of relief. I'm getting a sense of relief, like you said what you needed to say, what happened, and I'm ready to kind of move forward in a new way, plan new things, look in a new direction, and kind of get my energy back and get moving forward again, look elsewhere. This is interesting energy, Aquarius. I'm gonna leave it there. Let's move on. I just feel a sense of relief with that. Like it's done. It happened. All right. Pisces. What's up with Pisces? Any messages for Pisces during this new moon in Scorpio? I'll take it. Can I get one more for Pisces? Oh my god. That's obnoxious. Interesting. Yeah, Pisces, I feel like there has been some interesting dynamics happening in your friendship circles lately, and you've been trying to make sense of it. I feel like a lot of you have been really focused on work and trying to get your stability together, but there's like a lack of connection in your work environment, or you haven't been feeling connected to friends because you've been really focused on getting your stability back, trying to build something for yourself, or maybe your friends have this perception of you that you're a workaholic, and it's gotten in the way of your connection with them and being able to connect with them. I really get this energy of disconnect. And I'm also getting that you've been putting so much energy and time into your work because you have this mindset of like, I need to get back to some place of stability. I need to escape this energy of feeling like if I work hard enough, I will not only have my material stuff together, I won't only have my money together, but I'll feel less alone. I feel like there's this drive and push to working really hard to have what you need and then focusing on your connections, your relationships, your friendships. But I feel like in this pursuit of the stability that you're really going after. It's kind of made you cause rifts in your friendships and your connections, or you've lost touch with these people, or you just haven't had time to hang out with people and socialize in a long time. I feel like this is something that you're going to be coming to terms with, or making more sense of, or gaining an understanding of. Excuse me, like, you don't need to work as like desperately hard as you have been, maybe, because like you've been putting a lot of time and energy into it, and it's almost you're coming out of a period of needing to work that hard. You maybe don't need to work that hard anymore. And you may be coming to terms with that and realizing like, oh, I have been putting a lot of time and energy into my work. I have been kind of going cold on a lot of people. Maybe certain people are seeing me as someone who went cold, or someone who's a little, not stuck up, but like uptight and very focused on work, very cold and cut to the point. And maybe there's just like a lack of emotional support and connection. Maybe you're not feeling the emotional support and connection with other people, but there's always opportunities to try again and start anew, and create new habits for yourself, go down new paths, start new cycles, try new things. And this honestly indicates to me that you're just on the path to finding new friendships, new friendship circles, new people to connect with. And it may be in your work environment, but I feel the sense of like you're gaining your stability back, you're getting back there, and with that stability, you're going to better be able to connect with new people and re-strengthen the friendships that you maybe lost touch with. Yeah, I feel like a lot of this is in your head. 8 of Swords reverse. A lot of this is in your head, and it's good to kind of step out of that mindset of like, you know, I'm not connected to anybody, or I don't have time for anyone, or nobody wants to talk to me anyway. Like stepping out of those negative mindsets, those negative loops that you trap yourself in your head, and reach out to people and try new things, start anew. You know, make that first step forward towards people that you maybe have lost touch with, and get back in touch with them. All right, I like that energy, Pisces. Let's go to Aries. Messages for Aries for this new moon in Scorpio. Messages for Aries for this new moon in Scorpio. Messages for Aries for this new moon in Scorpio. Whoa. That's crazy. Okay. Aries. I feel like a lot of you have been feeling this sense of unfairness that's really kept you really stressed and up at night. There's a lot of worry and fear and stress and just like mental agony that you've been experiencing, where it feels like you're not getting back what you put in. You feel like someone is taking from you, or you just feel this energetic drain of like whatever you put into something, it doesn't come back to you. You lose out on that. Like your investments haven't been going anywhere. You haven't been receiving what you've been giving. You haven't felt that reciprocation. You haven't felt like what you've been putting in is what you've been getting back. And that's been really frustrating to you. And it's really, really making you worried. If it's about money, I feel like it's really, really put you in a position of feeling very worried that you're losing out, you're losing money, or someone is relying on you too heavily and it's not financially good for you. There's this need to reconnect. There's this need to reconnect with yourself, with others, with what it is you desire. I feel like the way that you're making money right now is not good for you, and there's just a need to really feel fulfilled. There's a need to reconnect with yourself and maybe with a partner. If this is about a partnership that you don't feel is fair, like you're not getting what you need, there's a need to reconnect, to realign yourself with this person, or realign yourself within yourself. And there's an opportunity to really, truly, truly be happy here. There's an opportunity to really, truly be happy here. And it comes with seeing things for what they are. Being honest and truthful. Using your head in conjunction with your heart. Using them as a balance. Aligning that part of yourself that is wise and intuitive and a sharp thinker, but is also very deep and has that emotional depth and clarity because they've experienced a lot. Because the Queen of Swords has seen everything, she's experienced everything, she's felt everything, and she sharpened herself up and is now able to make better decisions And there's a way to work these two energies together. You can be really happy and also very picky, also very decisive about what kind of energies you want to let into your life. Yeah, there's a feeling of confusion and not being able to see the silver lining. There's this hesitancy to jump down a new path or start something new, or jump into this wholeheartedly and make this work and start down a new path with this. I feel this sense of, I'm just so stressed that this isn't going to give me what I need, but what if it's everything that makes me happy? What if it's everything that fulfills me? I feel like if you are scared and hesitant and you're not sure what the optimistic viewpoint of this is here, use your discernment, use your best judgment, be wise, be smart, make smart decisions, and put yourself first at the end of the day. Make sure you're putting yourself first. I think that's the way that's going to navigate this. All right. Whew. Taurus. Taurus. Messages for Taurus for this new moon in Scorpio. Messages for Taurus for this new moon in Scorpio. Whoa. Messages for Taurus for this new moon in Scorpio. That's too many. Messages for Taurus for this new moon in Scorpio. Taurus, I feel like a lot of you are experiencing the need to be, the moon on the bottom. I feel like you're experiencing a lot of emotional clarity that you're not comfortable with. It's really hard to sit with. I feel like there's this need for you to be really strong and very regal and keeping a brave face through these weird friendship transitions that you're experiencing. I feel like you're feeling a lot of the pain and grief of a lot of friendships that you've lost, or people that you've lost touch with, or ways that you don't feel connected to the people around you anymore. You feel like you have to put on this brave face and just push through it, because there's a lot that you can't say. There's a lot of ways in which friends have hurt you that you haven't always been honest about. And you've just kind of brushed it off and, let it go. But there's this energy that's coming in really quickly that is like, how do I say this? There's this energy that's coming in really quickly, like, are you okay with it though? Like, are you healed? Are you in balance? Are you in alignment? Are these friends people that you really want to be around? Are they people that make you feel good? Are they people that put you in a position to become your highest self? Are they with you on that journey to become a more enlightened and higher version of yourself? I feel like there's a lot of imbalance in your life, and the energy is coming in quickly to tell you that there's a lot of imbalance in your life. Yeah, there's a lot of ways that you're not emotionally fulfilled, ways that you've been really disappointed, maybe by friends and people in your environment. What's coming in quickly is this energy of you need to realize it's not good for you. There's a lot of things that keep you out of balance, out of alignment, and things that just don't make you happy. And I think now is the time to make some decisions about what really does make you truly feel stable and what doesn't. What just makes you feel insecure, like you are not safe and comfortable where you are. I just feel like there's this energy of like, I don't vibe with the people in my environment anymore. There's a need to make a decision about what truly makes you feel safe, because Taurus, you love to feel safe and you deserve that. You deserve to feel secure and stable and supported. And I feel like this is a time to think about who really does make you feel that way, and if there are people in your environment who just don't. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. Taurus, take care of yourself. Choose people that take care of you. Gemini. Gemini. Can I get messages for Gemini during this new moon in Scorpio? Can I get messages for Gemini during this new moon in Scorpio? Messages for Gemini. Whoa. Messages for Gemini. Messages for Gemini. Okay. Gemini, I feel like you are feeling the urge to step into a new energy of confidence, of feeling yourself, strutting your stuff. Maybe you're in the limelight recently, or you're experiencing more social energy in your life, or the need to step into a position of just feeling good and feeling confident about yourself. You may be feeling really in alignment with yourself. You feel like you've done a lot of work that's put you in a position of feeling emotionally balanced within yourself. And it's giving you a new sense of inspiration. Like, I'm ready to go try new things, go meet new people, reach new heights, learn new things. I feel like you've been in a period of learning about yourself, but this emotional stability and this confidence that you have because you've gained this emotional stability is like making you want to go experience new things, try new things. And I feel like there is maybe a lack of motivation energetically, even if your brain really wants to go, or you're feeling uninspired by your current environment, or I'm almost getting that, like, no, this is a really emotional, intuitive connection and intellectual connection I have with somebody, and there's not a lot of, like, sexual energy there, but that's okay. I'm not really looking for that. I really like the emotional alignment I feel I have with them. I like the emotional connection we have, and I like the way that we intellectually connect with each other. I like the way that this is very Gemini energy, the way that Geminis connect with people. You like the way that you two are connecting emotionally and mentally, and not so much physically. It's not that there's not anything there, it's just that it's not the most important factor, and that's not what you're focused on right now. And I feel like this is a really good opportunity for growth for you. I feel like you may be connecting with somebody, and it doesn't even have to be someone serious or someone that's going to be in the picture long term. It's just somebody that is providing you with a lot of mental stimulation, which you like. It's someone that's providing you with a lot of satisfaction, and there's a connection here for sure, and it's helping you grow. There's something here that's really helping you grow. This connection may be helping you grow. This person may be helping you grow. The kind of relationship that you're experiencing with them is helping you grow, and it's good for you. It's good for you in the way that's helping you flourish a little bit and try new things and do things a little bit differently. And I really like that for you, Gemini. I think there's going to be opportunities for new and different kinds of relationships. And if you're not experiencing anything with anyone, I just feel like you're experiencing new understandings of yourself, new deeper connections with yourself. And it's really going to provide a lot of growth for you. All right. Cancer. What's up with you, Cancer, for this Scorpio new moon? Messages for Cancer during the Scorpio new moon. Messages for Cancer during the Scorpio new moon. Yeah, Cancer, I feel like some of you are feeling insecure right now. I feel like some of you are feeling disconnected from the people in your environment. You really want to connect and see eye to eye with them and kind of build something with the people around you, build something with the person around you. But there's a lot of illusion. I feel like there's a lot of things on the table. There's a lot of pieces that haven't come together yet. There's a lot of glimmers of things that you want to go towards, a lot of things that are catching your attention, but you're not sure what it is that's going to make you feel like stable and happy the way that Cancers like to feel stable, comfy, happy in the home way. I feel like there's a lot of things that are catching your attention around you and you're not sure what to put your energy into. You're not sure what to do with your pentacle. You have the desire, you have the motivation, you have the process in your head of how you want to go about it. You have the resources to start to do this. You have, like, you know, yes, I'm going to put in the time. Yes, I'm going to do this. But it's an uncertainty of, like, how to go about it, how to approach it, how to make a plan for it, how it's going to fit into what you're already doing. I feel like you really want to call on people in your environment that are going to help you right now. You may be feeling disconnected, but there's people that can help you get grounded and help you work collaboratively to make this really happen and help you form a more solid plan, form a more solid like vision of how this could be. I think you're just feeling very insecure right now. Like you don't have the money or the finances in order to do this, or you need help but you're not sure how to ask for it, or you're a little bit overprotective of your resources, and when really if you open yourself up to sharing, it could create a really collaborative environment with shared resources, shared ideas, shared creativity. Yeah, there's almost a lack of like you have a lot of energy, you have a lot of passion, but it's a little bit sporadic. You're not sure where to put it all the time. It's there, it's just scattered. It's just scattered. And you have that creative energy, but you're not sure how to ground it and put it into something. There are too many things that are catching your eye and not enough focus. I'm getting not enough focus. You have all the tools though. You have the passion, the energy, you have the power to create and manifest whatever it is you want. I just feel like you're very scattered right now, and there's a need to kind of bring things in, bring things to the center, get grounded, form a plan, reach out to your network, see how people can help you, form a solid plan, and really decide how you want to go about this, how you want to put the pentacle down, and how you want to make it work financially. And to gain up the courage, not only like the energy to do it, but the courage to really drive yourself forward and commit to it. You have everything you need. Go for it. I like this, Cancer. All right. Almost there. My mouth is so dry. I should get some water. All right, Leo. What's up with the Leos? No. Leo. Leo, messages for Leo during the Scorpio New Moon. Messages for Leo during the Scorpio New Moon. Okay, one more. One more for Leo. Leo, I feel like, whoa, okay. One, I'm getting there's a lot of imposter syndrome. I feel like you are really beating yourself up over how you want to be publicly known almost. I feel like, wow. I feel like you went down a path, an endeavor that you feel like isn't working out, or you're not seeing the results you want, or you're not being portrayed in a way that you want to be. I feel like you're really worried about your reputation. I feel like you set your sights down a path towards something you really wanted to build and what you kind of want to build your career or your business or your legacy around. And you feel like it's a lot of pressure. Maybe you're not feeling as hopeful or optimistic or inspired as you once were by this. And it's not building you the kind of reputation, career, wealth, legacy that you really wanted it to, or you're just very insecure and imposter syndrome is kicking in about how people see you, how people view you. Maybe you are in a position of great power and leadership, but you don't feel that you can handle that kind of pressure right now. You feel very stressed about what your family thinks of you, what your the people who work for you, what they think of you. You're very worried about your reputation right now, I feel. You're very worried about the thing that you put the most time and energy and money into in the career that you're trying to build. You're like, is this me? Is this for me? Is this the person that I am? Is this the right career path? Is this what I really chose? Is this, you know, the business that I want to build? Is this how I want to build my life? I feel like there's a lot of heavy emotions, a lot of confusion, a lot of sporadic energy that you're not sure what to do with. It's very heavy. It's very overwhelming. You're almost maybe feeling overwhelmed, or you're feeling not as strong as you want to. You feel like you feel weak for even questioning if this is right for you, that you feel worried that if I'm not 100% confident in this, how can I do this? How can people rely on me? How can I make this work if I'm not 100% confident and sure of myself and my abilities and what I can do? I feel like there's almost a lack of inspiration, or a need or a desire or like a pull to kind of make up for that by doing things that may make it worse. Yeah, make sure you tap into the creative energy and the innocent creative energy that made you want to do this in the first place. If this is something that you still really want to pursue and build yourself around, maybe it's just that the position of leadership that you're in is a lot of pressure for you, but there's a need to reconnect with your creative side, with your softer, more emotional side, the side of you that's more open and vulnerable to the people around you, open and receptive to new things, new information, new ways of doing things. And there's a need to restabilize and reprioritize. There's a need to get things back in order and shuffle things around to make sure that things are still working. Maybe things just need to be approached from a different perspective or looked at differently. There's a need to restabilize or find balance again in a different way. I just feel like there's a lot of guilt and pressure that you're putting on yourself to be something or to be a certain way. And I feel like there's a need to express yourself more honestly. I feel like you're trying to compensate and cover up the ways that you're feeling about this, when really it's good to be a little bit more emotionally vulnerable and honest about this. And it might actually help you get more in balance and realigned. I think that you need to just find your footing again and find some stability. Maybe you feel like there's been a recent shift in the thing that you're working towards, or the business that you have, or the career that you're building. But I think if you slow down a little bit and you're a little bit more honest with yourself and how you're feeling right now, you can evaluate things more practically and not, do something regrettable or do something that's gonna, shake things up too much, but really sit and contemplate on, if this is what you're supposed to be doing, if this is really what you want to be doing. And if you can really do this, I feel like you can really do this. The imposter syndrome is kicking in. I think there's just a need to shuffle things around and make things more manageable for yourself. I feel that maybe you just have a lot on your plate right now, and it's good to just take a step back and make sure that you're still feeling okay. There may just be a need to go into a little bit of a emotional retreat where it's like, just go do things that aren't related to this work, that aren't related to this stress. Go do something creative to get your mind off of it. Go express yourself. Go release a lot of this energy, and then come back to this and reevaluate. All right, Leo, I'm going to leave that there. Virgo, what's up with y'all? Any messages for Virgo during this new moon in Scorpio? Any messages for Virgo during this new moon in Scorpio? Any messages for Virgo during this new moon in Scorpio? Ooh. Ooh. Any messages for Virgo during this new moon in Scorpio? Wow. Okay, Virgo. I feel like a lot of you are contemplating the time and energy you've put into a connection or into anything really, and the stability or the contentment and the happiness that it's not bringing. I feel like there's almost an unreciprocated energy, or you feel that you're not getting the fulfillment that you really want out of this. And I feel like it's time to make a choice where it's like, yes, I've put a lot of time and effort and energy into this, but if I'm not happy, what's the point? I know Virgos, you really value like hard work and a lot of detail orientation, and if you put a lot of time and effort into something, it can be successful, but that's not always the case. And if you're truly unhappy and you're not feeling like this is what you really want, then it's time to really make a choice about what's truly in alignment for you, what's in alignment with you, what is really meant for you, what makes you feel good. If this is about a relationship, I feel like maybe it's something that you have put a lot of time, energy, effort into, but you don't feel stable and comfy and happy at home, so how successful is that relationship? Maybe you don't feel as fulfilled and happy and like you have the reciprocated, requited love that you're really looking for. And Virgo, you can be the Queen of Wands. You can step away from this. You can make the choice to step away from whatever it is that's not making you happy. And even if that's gonna hurt, even if that is some heartbreak, even if there is sorrow there, I almost feel, Virgo, some of you are deciding that the connection you're in isn't what you want, and you're ready to go be a bad bitch somewhere else. And it may hurt, but you know that you're worth more. You know that you deserve more. You know that you are hot shit and you deserve more than the unhappiness that you're experiencing. I'm really getting a lot of that energy, and it's time to move on. Six of Swords. I feel like you've maybe haven't done the contemplating yet, or you really have done a lot of the contemplating and you're ready to make that choice because you know what you're worth. You're worth more than this, even if it's gonna hurt. But I feel like you're ready to move on. You're ready to transition into the next chapter. You're ready to leave a lot behind. This is interesting energy, Virgo. Yeah, I feel like a lot of you are making a choice about knowing that you're worth more, knowing that the way that you put a lot of time and effort and energy into things is worth something, and if you're not getting back what you believe that you're worth, what you put into it, then it's time for you to be the heartbreaker, or, you know, do something that may hurt, leave something behind that may hurt, but you know it's worth it. You know it's worth it in the end because you know what you're worth. All right, Libra. My baby Libras. Anyone with significant Libra placements are going to be experiencing a lot of 12th house energy right now. Or any Scorpio risings, really. Sorry, I think that's more what I meant. Yeah, anyone with Scorpio risings, with all the stuff that happened last month with Libra, there's a lot of 12th house energy for you. A lot of undoing, a lot of endings, a lot of stuff coming up from the past. All right. Messages during this new moon for Libra. Messages during this new moon in Scorpio for Libra. That was like all the cards. Messages for Libra. Messages for Libra. Ace of Wands in reverse came out for so many people. Yeah, Libra, I feel like a lot of you are coming to terms with what you're not in alignment with anymore, and you're ready to break away and kind of find your own independence. I feel like a lot of you are trying to establish that right now. A lot of you are trying to reestablish your identity almost, and like what it means to be you apart from any attachment you have to anyone or anything. You're trying to create you know, individuate yourself from others. You're trying to create abundance for yourself, and you're realizing what isn't truly in alignment with you that's keeping you from that. I'm also getting that you're doing a lot of emotional rebalancing within yourself, and things still might be a little unstable right now, but you know that it's worth it. You know that it's something that you're working towards in order to create a lot of independence for yourself. I feel like there may even have been dependent energy in the past, a codependent energy, like deep rooted attachment to other people, but you're kind of maybe breaking away from that and realizing how powerful you are on your own. And I feel like there's a lot of guilt that's being released. I feel like there's this energy of like, you used to feel guilty about, you know, being on your own or stepping away from other people, not needing other people, like kind of separating yourself from others. You used to feel guilty about that, especially in terms of people that you love and do have a close connection with. You may have felt like you're not able to truly be independent in the past, like it's betraying them in some way, like you feel guilty about that, but there's no need for that. You know, it's about the long-term stability and the foundation that you're trying to really truly build for yourself. This is about like big picture stuff, and you no longer have time to lie to yourself or feel guilty or keep a lot of things pent up or hide things from other people. It's like, this is authentically me. This is who I am. This is who I want to be. This is what matters to me. This is how I want to build my wealth. This is how I want to make my money. This is how I want to establish my career. This is how I want to establish myself as an individual. And I'm not fucking around with things that don't matter to me anymore. I'm not fucking around with things that like aren't fun, aren't exciting, aren't things that aren't gonna put me on the path to like the success that I want. I don't want it. It's not in it for me. There may be a lack of a spark that you're missing, like a spark that you're really wanting, but I feel like it's like, I'm in the process of healing and letting go of a lot of things that have ended, a lot of things that I have had to leave behind, a lot of things that I've had to close up and wrap up myself. Excuse me. There's a lot of things that I've had to heal from and that I forcibly have to heal from. And it's just like, I'm very focused on what I'm trying to do right now. And I don't feel guilty about the people I've had to let go of and the things I've had to leave behind. Like, there's a lot that I'm trying to do for myself. There's a lot that I'm trying to build for myself. And Libras, a lot of Libras, they spend a lot of time in their life focused on other people and wrapped up in a lot of connections and partnerships just for the sake of it. And Libras love connecting with others. Libras love partnership, but when they learn to truly be and stand on their own, they're so powerful. And for a long time, you may have felt like not able to truly do that because of the guilt surrounding it, or like imposter syndrome. Like, who's to say that I can do this thing on my own independently? And you can. you're building something really important for yourself. You're really thinking about that long-term big picture. And in order to do that, you need to heal a lot. You need to heal a lot of past betrayals and sorrows and ways that, you know, connections have come undone or fallen out. You're kind of moving on from a lot of that and healing a lot of that so that you can just focus on becoming independent and working towards the big picture goals you have for yourself. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. Libras, that was great. All of y'all, that was great. Thank you so much for watching. I really enjoyed doing this. I really need to do this style and this format more. I really like it. I like just talking about the main aspect that's happening, some other ones around it, some of the energies of the aspect of what's happening, and then doing a little tarot pull for each of the signs. It takes a while, but I really like doing it. I love when I get to do all 12 signs. Sometimes it's really daunting and intimidating and I don't end up doing all 12 signs. I do like the modalities or the elements, but I really like going through and doing all 12 signs to focus in on what is specific to you and whatever sign you maybe feel connected to right now, whether that's your sun, moon, rising, Venus, whatever. It's for anybody, it's for everybody. All the signs are for everyone. You are all the signs. I'm all the signs. Do what you want with this information. Thank you guys for watching. I loved doing this. Everything you need to know is in my description box. I have my Instagram, my Twitter, my TikTok. I haven't posted on TikTok in a while either, but I think I will be doing that this week. My PayPal and Venmo are down there if you want to donate to me. That would mean the world to me. Thank you. I also have my Etsy shop down there. I have stickers for sale if you want to support me. That's another way to support me. A really great way to support me is just by liking this video, subscribing to my channel, sharing it with a friend you think would really like it. You know, if you see the Scorpio reading and you're like, that sounds like my Scorpio friend, send it to your Scorpio friend, you know. I really appreciate all the love and support. The best way that you can support me is book a personal reading with me. If you want to do that, just send me an email or DM me on any of my social media. I like to do tarot readings and birth chart readings for people. If you're interested, just reach out. I think that's everything. Thank you so much for watching, y'all. I hope you have a lovely Scorpio new moon. I hope it's very cleansing. I hope it's very spiritual for you. I hope it brings you a lot of peace and confidence to step into new paths and try new things and set new intentions. So yeah, that's it. Have a good one and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.